Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. In the last episode we faced off against the frozen wall of the corrupted heights of Pristine Peaks, fighting off against the blistering blizzards that's taken over the entirety of this world, almost to the point of freezing it completely. Although, after some sheer determination, we were able to clear the skies once and for all, clearing out the blizzard completely. But the only thing is, the fact that there's still a missing warden, lost somewhere in the deep depths of the freshly fallen snow, left for us to still find, since, let's be honest here, we didn't really meet our friendly face of this world that's supposed to be guarding this place like they're supposed to. And it's kind of weird, because after Augie, well, we would think that we would see another warden, but so far they've been completely absent, which is kind of weird. And honestly, with everything that's gone on, and the fact that we, completely got rid of the blizzard, you'd think we would have found him by now, or her. But the thing is where have they gone? And honestly, there's only one real way to find out. Maybe checking out that Winter Palace. But first things first, like I promised in the last episode, we will be taking a nice look at some of the stuff going on inside the outer reaches of the Pristine Peaks and everything, just because we haven't done any major, checking around with the world here, and all we really got to do was the Spark mission, to be completely fair. So, honestly, I would like to definitely do a couple of the side quests today, just to get a little of them done, and more than likely, start on the Winter Palace near the end of today's episode at least, or maybe even halfway, and I'm honestly not sure how long it will take us to do what I want to do. But honestly, just in general, definitely I like everything that we've done so far, and that's our blue coin mission already done, which is technically our blue cannon things from Sparks of Hope, Sparks of Hope Kingdom Battle, which is kind of interesting that they turned into memory banks as well as gold coin kind of things. Let's see here. Galactic Atlas, Pristine Peaks. The natural splendor of the mountain of Pristine Peaks cast a large shadow over the planets, including the Winter Palace, a smaller but no less ambitious monument to its creators. A thermogravimetric analysis of its exterior reveals that the star-shaped iconography, as well as the rabbid ears adorned with crowns, were added more recently, possibly by a rabbid attempting to show its devotion to Rosalina. Huh, that's interesting. That's very interesting, actually. And then actually, talking about the Rosalina, I'm pretty sure the little crowns, the tiaras on top of the actual building where the ears are on the bottom area where that picture is, I'm pretty sure that's actually Rosalina's actual tiaras. Huh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, Rosalina, that's an interesting name to hear because, everything to do with Lumas. And we haven't actually seen Rosalina. We've heard about Rosalina, but we haven't seen her anywhere, which is kind of odd. But now that we're done with that, we can easily get into this one. Toad Trouble on Pristine Peaks. So let's start helping out these toads here. There's a lot of toads in these rabbid-filled worlds, which you would think that they would stay in the Mushroom Kingdom, but it seems like a lot of them made pilgrimage out to the outer worlds, which is actually pretty cool. And this looks like a pretty big map. Good thing we brought Luigi, because, let's be honest here, we might have to be sniping things from cross-map, but reach area, so that's not too hard. We know we can definitely get there pretty quickly based on what Edge can do. Thing is how we do this map, is the real question. I think I just saw a squasher on the map, so this is our first official regular, mission map. Side quest mission, with an actual squasher in the actual map. And then the rest of it seems like it's just lone wolves. Huh. That's odd. So, 3 enemies. More than likely things are going to start spawning, for sure. Honestly, I'm quite curious, can we jump up that? We might be able to. Huh. I wonder. It's worth a shot. It's definitely worth a shot. Only thing is we have to get over there, is the first thing, to be able to test it. And if it does work, I'll be very surprised. Just because in general, it doesn't look like something that would work. And if it does, I'm going to be very, very surprised about that. Just because of the fact that that doesn't look like it should work, but I kind of want to test it just in case. Yeah, that doesn't look like maybe. Maybe not maybe, but it's definitely going to be something. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to reset the battle, just because this is mostly testing. Just kind of curious, because it does look like something we might be able to take full effect of if we do it right. And if it does work, that'd be kind of funny to see, just to be honest. But I'm going to say it's more than likely not going to work. And also, Rabbid Peach does not want me to team jump from this location at all. I definitely tried it, but yeah, that doesn't work at all. Okay, well, we might be able to do it, but the thing is to get everybody over here, it's definitely going to take another turn. So we'll end turn, and then see what we can do from here, because I want to see if it works. And if it does, that'd be kind of cool. But the only thing is I highly doubt it's actually going to work. So if it doesn't work, at least we tried, right? Yep, we're right off of it, so you can't do that. Which is good that you can't, so good thing to know, because I was honestly very curious, because it looked like it was just a little bit higher than what we can, you know, obviously jump. I think if there was a Mario, like, stomp, I think you could easily do that, though. I do think that's possible. It's just that you need to do a little bit more to be able to do that. Definitely funny to try, though, for sure. What's going on in the middle here? Is that an actual thing we can jump to? I highly doubt that. That looks like it's just part of the scenery. But it looks like we do need to make our way all the way around the corner in order to get there, based on how that's kind of implying. Thankfully, they give us a freebie for our first few movements, though, which I'm kind of surprised about. But, I definitely say leave Luigi a little bit further back for sure. That's probably what's going to end up being the best possible idea here, just based on, well, let's be honest here, based on how this game is definitely been. Luigi definitely wants to be in the back because of his long range bonus, so definitely for sure we're going to be trying to take massive advantage of that if we can at any possible moment, while also staying safely in a position where we don't get completely sniped out of nowhere. But I do think we're completely safe with our first few movements here. So as long as we do this right, we should be perfectly fine for the current moment. Obviously, soon we won't be able to do this, but it's not bad. Just because of the fact that we do get kind of like an idea of what we want to do for the first couple turns, and then they definitely amp it up a little bit. And also not bad on the free movement for Luigi there. Might be able to, kinda. Didn't work exactly the way that I thought it was going to work. But, actually, wait a minute. I still can't hit you from here. Really? That's surprising. Well, I'm in range of him, it's just that he's completely blocking me, which is kind of odd. Because that doesn't really look like something that would count as a block, for me to be completely honest. It does look like what we can do, though, because he's not completely guarding this area, we can actually hide right behind this block over here and take full advantage of him. Only thing is can we hit him? Not really. But that doesn't mean that we can't do nothing there. Definitely something we can do. I'm gonna say we could probably hide behind this block and then maybe set up a Steely Stare. Because no matter what, he's gonna move into position, I feel like. No matter what. So I think Luigi will kind of like poke his head around the wall even if he's not directly behind that cover. I would hope. I would definitely hope. But I'm not 100% on that actually being the case. But I think we can maybe keep Rabbid Peach back here. And then we'll end turn and see what the enemies want to do here. And yep, he definitely moved. Free crit on him. Good. Now we just need to deal with Mr. Squasher over there. And it looks like lone wolves are going to be spawning in droves. So we need to get there quick before that ends up happening, because that's not going to be good whatsoever. That's 100% not a good thing. But for the most part, we're in a safe zone for the most part. Thing is we need to start dealing with those lone wolves very, very soon. And that's another crit from Luigi. Not bad, buddy. Not bad whatsoever. But we do need to give Rabbid Peach a little bit of some movement here. Looks like maybe here is probably the best, I'm gonna say. Just based on the fact that we need a decent jump here in order to make much movement. Not bad. Definitely could have been worse. And it looks like we might be able to, we can take a little bit extra with edge here. Good thing we have the hover ability for, like, higher than it normally is, because that's, like, the longest edge can stay in the air, which is pretty good. Well, not including sparks. I don't know if there's going to be any sparks that change that. But for the most part, I think we can get away with a lot of that when it comes to movement, which is pretty good. But before we move, or end our turn, I do want to see if they can actually see me. No, they can't. Okay, so we're completely out of range still. So, probably best movement is trying to get as close as possible to them, while also staying out of their way at the same time. He's kind of probably in range. As much as range as he can possibly be, I think, but still, technically, I do think it's not good to move him into Edge's current, like, predicament, I think, just based on the fact that that guy's very, very close. Not bad. There's a bunch of villain sites, though, being activated almost every turn, though, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that one, to be completely fair. But, we might be able to do something. We definitely could do something here. Only thing is I'm hoping we can maybe get a free view of this guy. Kinda. If we back up just a little bit more. Well, he's in the third ring, so we might be able to do something there. But I do think what we need to do first is maybe turbocharge, because we might be able to get rid of one of these snipers instantly. Because once we get rid of one of them, I feel like, well, at least the closest one to me, I feel like we'll be in a safer zone for the most part. Because, let's be honest here, once we get up to that upper area, and they're going to be spawning on top of us, that's when we start taking damage. And, yeah, who even knows what's going to happen once that happens. But, maybe we'll get lucky. I guess we'll find out. But let's make our way, hopefully, behind this cover over here. Yep, we can easily make it. Cool. Not bad. We got a couple good moves here so far. Only thing is what happens once we make our way to the upper reaches of this map? That's the real question. But not bad, though, for what we have done so far. Get behind probably this cover here. Not much we can do from here, but we can definitely make do, for sure. And then I don't think we only have heals for items that are hiding in our pockets for the current moment. So I guess we just sit down and see what the Scopers / Lone Wolves want to try. Because they're going to definitely start blocking off any kind of movement we want to do. And once that happens, yeah, it's kind of iffy. Because now that there's so many enemies on board right now, this is where things probably are going to get pretty messy. And I might be able to stay out of range of this guy if we do this right, actually. Curious about that. Well, let's get in range for Luigi, as Luigi might be able to do something special here if we do it right. And if it does work the way that I want it to, we might be able to get right into view of doing something here that might actually work for us. Well, not completely, but we can definitely do something here very soon. But Luigi's now over there, which is probably a good thing. Honestly, from here, I'm wondering what we can possibly do that will work in my favor. Because I feel like maybe Rabbid Peach can do something if we let her do it. Only thing is it really going to be worth it? That's the real question. But I think as long as we move Edge to about there-ish, and then we make the jump, it could be very bad or it could be very good. We're going to get blasted for sure. Let's see, how much damage do we take? 375 is not too bad. It slowed our movement quite dramatically, but we did make it up here. So it's not too bad, for sure. And we might be able to break that block too while we're at it. So Luigi should get a free view of everything now, hopefully. Not really, but we did make partial cover open. So, not the worst thing. definitely could have been bad, for sure. But this is actually really good for movement. I do think we should make our way up here, though. I will say, wait, you had your... Huh, okay. Well, that's a lot of villain sight damage. Ouchie. I was thinking that what was going to happen there was going to be much different, to be honest. Just because of the fact that, well, I'm surprised that we only got hit by one villain sight when that actually went off, which was kind of weird. But thankfully we can heal up any kind of damage we take like that, thankfully. So it's not the worst case scenario, but could have been much worse for sure. We could go unseen, but I don't really think that's what we should do. Honestly, I feel like right here, or right out of range of throwing at that guy, but we might be able to do a little bit of flying blade damage to one of these lone wolves. Ooh, critical. Not bad. Double critical is always good to see. And then what we can do is maybe a storm blade if they decide to get any closer. Because I feel like because of our positioning, they might actually move closer. It's very iffy, but it might actually happen. And if it does, we'll definitely take advantage of it. But it's really up to if the game wants to give it to us, to be completely fair. But sadly we can't use Steely Stare this turn, just because we're not on the same plane as them, which is a little unfortunate. And they might be both going for, yep, they're both going for Rabid Peach. Which actually, we might actually dodge this next attack. Okay, game gave us a freebie. Very surprised about that one. And that guy might shoot at me too. Yep. How'd I know? Jeez, that's so many villain sights. I'm not really sure how I feel about that one. But, definitely need to go through it. Oh, you're shooting at me. Wait, you shot at Rabbid Peach. Oh, wait a minute, I am Rabbid Peach. I thought it was Edge. Oops. Okay then. Well, there's one of them. Well. Actually, you know what? Get hit again. Let them do another villain sight. We should survive it, thankfully. But that gives us free movement here. And I might be able to take full advantage of this. Let's see here. Yep, we can completely vault over this, I think. Yep, we can, but we can't hit anything from this range. But that doesn't mean that we can't do anything. I do think, just in case, maybe we'll do the shock dash, just in case if things do end up surviving here. We end up, surviving whatever ends up happening. Because I'm not too sure how this is actually going to work, to be completely fair. And then, probably from here, not bad, that's a decent movement, for the most part. And actually, as long as we bring Peach over, we actually might be able to do this way. I will go for a heal, though, just so we have it. And actually, might as well knock this guy out if we can. Almost got him. Definitely almost got him. But we will definitely take advantage of this for sure, because all we have to do is reach there. So as long as we reach there, we're good. And just in case, because I've had this happen before, we messed up where we were just out of range before, so I'm going to do it safe and make sure we do get over here, to be completely fair. So hopefully we don't miss this. Actually, wait, Rabbid Peach can just walk in. There we go. There we go. I was thinking that wasn't going to work there for a second, but, well, the free movement we get once we drop on the floor actually definitely really helps there. But there we go, cool. Another mission done, and some more toads that are off on their galactic pilgrimage saved, too. Wonder what they're really doing on here, because it doesn't seem like the safest place to be, that's for sure. A storm, a spooky palace, evil puddle. I can't believe people come here to take engagement photos. Oh, is that what you're here for? You're on your engagement? Phew. The only adventure I'm interested in from now on is finding the perfect cocoa recipe. These little toads. I always like toads. They're always pretty funny. But, let's see here. We could make our way back down there. We could go to this Chillest Challenge thing. I'm kind of curious what that is, to be completely honest. But, while we're up here, it's probably better that we make our way back to this Chillest Challenge one, just because it's the closest one to us at the current moment. So we'll make our way back down here. And then I think we can maybe do one more side quest and then we'll start on our other stuff. with the main missions and stuff, because I want to be able to do, like, main missions and side quests in the same episodes if possible. Is that Dark Mess? I've never seen anything so horrible. Please do something. Definitely try, buddy. We'll definitely try, but Dark Mess at the foot of the mountain. Okay. Foot of the mountain? Well, let's do it. Don't know what this would open up for us, though. Some of it opens up, like, secret areas. But some of them seem to open up dialogue as well. And Starbits, obviously. Starbits are definitely good. Oh, hello. Destroy Dark Mess eyes. Are these the ones that Rabbids Luigi likes? Because it looks like it. Also, wait a minute. Hello, Scopers. The Scopers are back. Interesting. Okay, then. I was not expecting to see them again on this map. Specifically because of, you know, just in general, with everything to do with the Lone Wolf enemies, I was pretty much thinking they were gonna, you know, completely get rid of them and, you know, replace them, but apparently they're gonna be, you know, taking over. Interesting. Very interesting. But I do see the idea here of probably being the best thing right now is to more than likely probably throw some extra little buddies to help us out here, just because of the fact that, let's be honest here, we're probably going to need some of these stars here. Not sure if I want to upgrade those ones, though. That's the only thing. I might actually use the ones that are on Mario, to be completely honest, because Rabbids Luigi might like that extra crit for now. Because I feel like Screech is pretty good, based on the fact that it gives you 20% crit for free. So Rabbids Luigi might like that because of the ricochets that it does, with the Disruptor ability that it has with its weapon. But I feel like that should be a routine here. And this shouldn't be too hard based on how we already know how we can deal with these guys when it comes to these Dark Mess eye things. Because all we need to do is just toss it at one, and then it starts going crazy on the rest. Honestly, I'm kind of curious about this, Shockwave ooze. It looks like we have to be on top of something for it to work. Okay. Well, not 100% on that, but we'll find out very soon, for sure. But I do think making range to at least get into view of where Rabbids Luigi can help out a little bit would probably be the best thing. Honestly, I'm curious. We might be able to do a little bit of extra movement here, as long as Rabbids Luigi makes his way a little bit further back like that, to hopefully help Edge. And sometimes they like to walk right out of that radius sometimes, and sometimes they don't. But sometimes it works for us. Like so. There we go, perfect. Okay, all I want to do is make sure we're in range of this. Well, we're just out of range of the Scoper, but we can get a decent whack into him, thankfully. Which is not too bad. Then obviously make sure we make a nice little jump here with Rabbids Luigi too. Can't get into a spot where... Oh no, we can definitely get into a spot where Disruptor does some mad crazy stuff. Okay, that definitely seems like it will be good. I'm curious though, what does the Shockwave Ooze really do? It says it does 69 to 69 damage with the Ooze super effect. Well, we don't know what Ooze does, so let's figure out what that does real quick, just because I am curious. Okay. It looks like it might have poisoned them, I think. And destroying that guy was not the smartest idea, to be completely fair. But, just out of range, too. Oof. Well, it didn't work in the way that I wanted to. I really wanted to test that, to be fair. So, kind of my fault to do that in the first place, to be completely fair there. And actually, you're weak to fire, aren't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure these guys are. Wait a minute. We get free knockout on you, I think. Yep, you're very effective to it. Okay, well, here you go, buddy. Hope you like some nice burning hot, nice little fire bullets from the triple troll there, because, yeah, let's be honest there, you're definitely not getting freebies. And I might be able to... I can get rid of you. You know what? This might actually work out in favor then. And I'm curious, actually, because the thing is these guys are definitely gonna move here. We might be able to actually go Stormblade here. And Edge doesn't really get to do that too often. So, you know what? It's definitely worth it. I just hope that the Scoper moves in the way that I want him to. And if he does, it works out perfectly. Thing is I just hope it does work. From here, honestly, kind of curious on the positioning here. I think the far one, well, I'm pretty sure we could have hit another one further out. Okay, really, looks like it's just that one. And that's not too bad, I think. Thing is Disruptor will probably deal with that on its own. And I don't really want to fully get rid of those, to be completely honest. Oh, it does do poison damage. Okay, so Ooze does that. Good to know. I wasn't too sure on that. We will take... Ow. I forgot you guys hit twice. So probably good that they're still around, actually. Because they're actually going to be kind of dangerous. Thankfully, they don't do as much damage as a lone wolf enemy, though. Because they can probably be pretty dangerous if they really did have that ability on them, to be completely fair. Well, we can get a massive hit there. But I want a way to hit all of these eyes at the same time. Because that's kind of the whole point here. Yeah, that definitely looks like it'll work. This is what I meant to do before we did the ooze. So, a little unfortunate that we had to do it that way, but it still works. We ended up doing it anyways. Okay, not bad. We got a decent amount in there. That's a good question. We might need to do... No, maybe not do Electro Dash. Because the thing is I wanted to give you 2 dashes on you. And yep, we got it perfect. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted to see. And then now we'll go for the Electro Dash. Because now we can knock this guy out. His poison probably will knock him out on his own, but... something. At least we make sure that he goes down. Honestly, from here, though... we might be able to bring Rabbid Luigi closer to that Darkness Eye very soon. So we won't mess with the eye yet, but we will mess up with the guy over here, deciding to kind of sit out in the open there, where we can hit him from the partial cover. Definitely not bad. And then from here, well, there's a couple options here, but it's definitely not much we can do from this angle. But we can maybe break your cover, which is probably worth it. I guess we'll find out. 129 damage isn't the worst thing. But I think we end turn here, and I think Rabbid Luigi's safe for the most part. Thankfully these guys don't have Bill in sight, and he broke my cover, which could have been pretty bad. But thankfully we were pretty safe there, from the current angle. Because that guy actually moved there, I think we actually get a freebie, actually. And let's get right into view of his little circle here. Thankfully they give you the yellow circle too, to kind of get an idea of where you're standing. Because if they didn't do that, I could definitely be honest, it's probably going to be a little bit harder to figure out some of these positionings of these circles, because you don't always have to change your turns. And it looks like we should be able to get rid of the rest of the Darkness eggs, or eyes here. So, just like so, GG, easy. Definitely gotta say that one for that one, because Rabbid Luigi is definitely good for those missions. Definitely gotta say that for sure, just because, let's be honest there, that did quite a lot of work on that, and got rid of that mission pretty quickly too. So, Rabbid Luigi definitely knows what he's doing when he goes into missions like that. But not bad, not bad. Also, what's going on with you, buddy? It's starting to feel like the pristine peaks of old. Truly can't thank you enough. No problem, buddy. And I'll be breaking that thing next to you. And we also got that guy over there, so we should be careful. So we don't get ran in by him, because let's be honest here, the game will run that guy directly into me if I let him. But from here, honestly, I feel like we should probably check out this Chillis challenge. That's probably where I want to go next. And then I think we'll start making our way towards the castle, I think, or the palace. Because I feel like we should be perfectly almost ready. Just because, like I said, I want to do a couple missions before we, jump into the main story stuff. Because the thing is the levels are important, for sure. And it always seems like the missions try and stay on par with your level as much as they can. So you can never really be too over-leveled, which is good. But, oh, you again. Catch at least 4 sillyfish to complete the challenge, beat Victor's record of 7 sillyfish, and win a special prize. Oh, okay. Hello, Victor. Nice to see you again. Good day, mates. You look keen and full of beans. You ready for the Pristine Peaks Sillyfish Chuck Challenge? Well, we beat you in the last one in Beacon Beach, so it shouldn't be too hard. The Pristine Peaks, what now? Chuck Challenge? You chunk all the sillyfish into the fountain before the time expires. Just 25 points allows you to experience the unparalleled highs and unbridled excess that is the life of a pro fish chucker. Okay. Well, we beat you before, so this shouldn't be too hard. So is it a ya or a ya-na? Well, it's a na-ya, I guess. I knew you were a ripper. A little tip for you. Try dashing the sillyfish. It'll make it easier to grab them. One more thing. Don't wander off too far or I'll have to disqualify you. No refunds. Fair enough. To victor goes the spoils. Okay, so only 7 of them need to be collected. Okay. Definitely sounds easy. Since, it's not too hard to deal with these guys. I still don't know if they dash into you. It seems like they do. And also, where do we need to turn this in? Oh, right there. Well, it's gonna be easy. Because we can easily run these guys in. And we know these guys, oh, well, I did not mean to throw you. But we do know these guys respawn based on the previous time we did this in the previous world for Beacon Beach. So we definitely need to be ready and primed and ready for whenever the game decides to spawn them in. Ooh, well, apparently you caught me off guard a little bit. There we go. There we go, 4 of them already done. Now we just need them to respawn on us. There we go, perfect. So we just need 7 of them to beat his challenge, and after that we're pretty much good to go. Also, I'm kind of curious, based on the bird flying above me, can he steal my fish? Because it seems like he's moving in a really weird pattern, but I'm not too sure on that. I really hope he doesn't, but I feel like he probably will if I let him. Okay, let's probably that was actually probably worth it, actually, knocking down both of them. Oh, wait a minute. I thought I had you. I picked you up, but you kind of teleported out of my hands there. There we go. 8 of them. And now we just wait out the timer, I think. And you know what? We can maybe get another one while we're at it. There we go. Now you gotta get a couple more, buddy. If you want to beat our new record. And I might be able to get a 10. There we go. Not bad. Got a couple extra. Didn't need to, but not too hard, honestly. Great galloping going on us. That was a beauty. It's a gold finish. Was it bonzer enough to go pro and live a life of excess till you burn out and have to take a job facilitating challenges? Not even close, but feel free to give it another go anytime. I'm guessing you're talking about yourself there, buddy, based on what you just said. Well, let's take our free... Ooh, hello. We'll take that. It's another star potion. That's a free level for our Sparks if we, want to level them up for free. Because it's literally a free level. So it's definitely worth grabbing for sure. Also, what's going on in this cave over here? Have we been in there? Pretty sure we have. I'm pretty sure this should be, in that icy cave of dark mess thing that we saw before. And we haven't dropped the ladder here, which is a little unfortunate. But we can take this ladder over here, though. And actually, I think it's probably better if we actually take the teleport up here. Wherever it is. Right over here. There we go. Let's make sure we're in an easier way of getting back up there, because this place is pretty hilly for the most part. So trying to get to places can be a little bit harder than Beacon Beach was. So you definitely need the extra boost sometimes. But now that we're done with those missions, I feel like we're quite ready to make our way to the palace now. Since... honestly, I'm kind of curious to where... Oh, hello, Mr. Tentacle. That's not terrifying at all. But, I am quite curious on where the warden is. And if we can find him, that would be kind of cool. But I guess we have to make our way sliding down these little slopes here in order to get our first steps in. Oh, hello. We have some flaming stooges here as well. But honestly, those enemies aren't too dangerous. We know how to easily deal with them. It also looks like we got a green ring challenge over here too. Hello there. I saw a mysterious figure shrouded in mist through the windows of the Winter Palace. I didn't dare go any closer. Okay then. Well, shrouded in mist, it could be the warden. Well, No, they would probably know what the warden looks like. Huh. That's kind of terrifying. Curious. I am very curious on that one. And before we go running off for the green coins, let's double check. So where does it want me to go? Okay, it looks like it definitely wants us to follow this side. Now we just need to make sure we find those coins. Where did the coins go, though? Oh, there they are. Okay, I got the idea. So, grab the coins and it's just going to make us run pretty far here, it looks like. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we were going the right way. Is it faster to go down the ladder, though? Because it feels like sometimes it takes a couple extra seconds to actually go down some of these areas when it comes to doing the jump areas. But definitely, let's make sure we grab all these coins, though. Okay, so far so good. There's another one. And I think there's only 5 of these, based on what we've seen before with these guys. Oh, there. That almost was like, where'd they go? There we go. There we go, 5 of those. And that's our green coin challenge done and over with. Might as well do it. Since these guys shouldn't be too hard to do. But there we go. Got a couple extra coins for doing that. Spark over there. Box over there. What's going on with you? I wanted to visit the Winter Palace, but I think I saw Cursa's goons inside. You probably did. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably the case. But, could be wrong. Also, what's going on here? I can't finish the igloo without blocks of ice. They're the perfect shape. Seen any around? No. But, there is something in this, ground here, which I'm not really sure what's going on there. But, we can't really do anything about it. Definitely tried. But, you know, there's not really much we could do, and the game's, definitely saying we can't do it yet. Also, what about Flaming Stooges? Are you a hunt mission? Yep, you are. So we should grab this right away, then. Save me from the Flaming Stooges. What's with all the Flaming Stooges around? You don't see me ruining their vacations, do you? Can you get rid of at least 3 Flaming Stooges for me? 1 for each time they scared me witless. Yeah, we can definitely do that. If we see any in our way when we're inside the palace, we'll definitely do so. But I think we're ready to make our way towards the inner part of this palace here. It looks like we got a little bit of a sonic beam, so let's shoot it on out. Okay, it looks like we got ourselves a new ally here. Maybe, I'm not really sure, but they don't seem aggressive. They seem pretty cool, actually. I like their little get-up there. But a Captain Orion. Well, nice to meet you, Captain Orion. But, let's see what's going on with you.
Great Horn Spoon, the girl, she's still inside the Winter Palace, that poor thing.
Poor girl, you say?
Hang me for a cheese sniffer, son. I tried to hold her to safety, but I was pushed out, as if by an unseen hand.
Unseen hand, you say? Well, that one rabbit did say they saw something through the window, so I'm guessing that's probably what probably did it, if, we're talking about unseen hands, because unseen hands definitely lead towards ghosts, and they did say some kind of ghastly apparition, based on what that rabbit was saying. So, that would definitely add up.
She's held prisoner by something that grows more dark and twisted by the second, like a noodle or tasseled wobbledygog.
Wobbledygog, you say? Okay then. Also, there's a rabbit being flung around by the tentacle over there. I thought it was just a tentacle, but nope, there's a rabbit in its hand, in its little sucker. This poor guy. The poor guy, you just see him screaming his head off. Oh, poor little dude.
It's a dark mist tentacle. We've dealt with them before, Mr.
Captain Orion. Kinda interesting they gave us his name early.
That's Captain Orion, acting warden of Prestige Peaks. My friends call me Two Minutes. You can call me Captain Orion.
Okay, so we finally met the warden, so he was frozen solid next to the little palace here, so that's why we couldn't find him, because he was literally, incapacitated for a while. Which, makes a lot of sense. But it looked like he was in a special, frozen, ice throne kind of thing. Definitely weird. Because we had to use the sonic wave in order to actually open him, while the other ice kind of melted on its own. That one's, specifically made for him. Which is kind of interesting.
The girl I docked you in. My boat ran out of fuel. I thought it was safe, as it was all but abandoned. If only...
Captain, once we're inside, you need only to follow us to find your friend. Also, just for the record, that's a push door, not a pull, neither here nor there. Well, that's definitely our ghostly apparition that Rabbid saw through the window. So now we know for sure what that unseen hand and force was. But that one seemed very interesting, though. Because that's not your normal, everyday, minion. That definitely looked very specific, like a boss of some sort. Or maybe it's not a boss, maybe that's who he's looking for. Honestly, I'm not too sure. But they didn't look friendly, though. I will say that one. So I'm pretty sure that's not who he's looking for. But, although, definitely not a good thing, though, nonetheless. Based on the fact that we know that Cursa's minions are in there, so it's very possible that might be our boss for this world.
Go on inside. Double time.
Well, you're coming with us, buddy.
All hands. The girl is alone in there. Up to her eyeballs in alligators. I'm sure. Time to breach the palace.
Definitely time to breach the palace. Hope you're coming with us, buddy, because you're not staying out here. I'm gonna be honest there. But in through the... Oh, okay. I was about to say I would think that we would be stopped immediately from going in here. But nope, we can make our way inside. The Winter Palace. Definitely looks kind of spooky, for sure. But my name is Spooks, so let's be honest here. It's not too spooky. But let's take a look here, just because I'm curious if there is any quests in here. Looks like there's just one, based on here. Tiny Dancer. Tiny Dancer, you say? What's a Tiny Dancer? Oh, wait a minute. It should be there, unless there's multiple floors here, which it's... Oh, no, it's above us. There's a little... Okay, I see the stairs. Okay, well, we'll take a look at that in a second. You holding anything new? Sometimes he puts things on sale. Nope, nothing. It was worth a shot, honestly. I will grab one of each of these, though, to be completely fair. No reason not to, right? Let's definitely grab them. And let's see here. Cold Greeting. Our very first mission inside the Winter Palace. So let's do it. Let's get right on into it. Because, let's be honest here, I don't think we're definitely not getting a good welcoming party, that's for sure. But, a welcoming party definitely will happen, that's for sure. But defeat 12 enemies. Okay, and it was level 13 too. So it's good that we were leveling. But looks like we got ourselves another spark here. And it looks like maybe a dash spark. Pardon me. Also, are you flying on a Nimbus, a flaming Nimbus cloud from Dragon Ball Z? Or Dragon Ball, I should say specifically. But a lot more people know about Dragon Ball Z, to be honest. But still though, it kind of reminds me of that, what he's flying on. Obviously, it's just a fire cloud, but still. Pardon me, just wondering if you've ever faced Sea Stooges before. We have. We fought them in the last episode. Their dash has a splash super effect that'll bounce you hard, which we've done too. We got to learn about it. Afterwards, each time you're hit, or dashed again, before the turn is over, you'll bounce again. It's called being splashed. Oh, so that's what the watery effect was on them. I wasn't sure about that. Okay. So, you can multi-bounce an enemy. So instead of, needing to do crits and stuff like in the previous game, everything that has a super effect always goes off. So, being bounced around definitely does not sound like a good thing. So we need to be very careful around those enemies. Because once they hit us once, every other enemy's gonna do it. So, good to know. Thank you, Pyrogeddon. That's a lot of bouncing, I know, but if you win, I get to leave with you. How's that for motivation? That's pretty good motivation. Thanks, buddy. We should probably heal, though. I'm gonna be honest. Probably could have healed with Rabbid Peach, but, probably safer to go for the heal, normally. There's no reason not to. I do say aren't they weak to shock? Wasn't that something we learned about? Yep, they are. So we know exactly what to do with you. And the Scopers are here too. So the Lone Wolves are taking a break for a little bit, it looks like. So, good and bad, because those guys hit twice, and they're doing more damage than they did before. So we do need to be careful. But we are going to definitely go Shock Dash here, and try and do a big chunk of damage to these guys. Because I feel like that's definitely worth the effort. And we got rid of both of them instantly, which is perfect. Okay. Other than that, where do we want to go? We can maybe get rid of 2 Stooges on the right side, depending on our movement here. Because we need to get rid of 12 enemies already anyways. The Scopers are sitting up in the top areas. Although, wait a minute. There's not 12 enemies on field, so things are going to start spawning here soon then. Because we have 4 there, 6 over here, 7 and 8 currently on field. So we're missing 4 enemies on the field at the current moment, based on that. Okay. Well, easier said than done, I guess. I guess we'll make our way into the pipe, and then figure out from there what we want to do. Because I feel like what I want to do is definitely try and take advantage of the enemies here, if we can. Thankfully, Luigi, Rabbid Peach, and Edge can all go to the same side without any extra movement, which is really good to see. Because I wasn't too sure on that one, but thankfully we can. Okay, not bad. So what I see here is definitely trying to get decent angle here, because we can take full advantage of this circle. As long as we land in the range of that circle, we get to hit these enemies. And obviously, we get the dash there too, so we want to definitely take full effect of that. Okay, not bad. From this current angle, I don't really think we can hit these guys. Well, we can. We can hit him, kinda. So not bad. Thing is, how do we get a really good hit on him? Because I feel like what we need to do here is definitely move Rabbid Luigi, I think. Decent amounts. In order to get a... Oh, hello, we can dash into you. We'll definitely go for that. Thanks. And I think we weakened him too because we have the exhaust dash. So, that's also pretty cool. I don't think Rabbid Peach can go any closer. Yeah, more than likely not. But I do think we can definitely hit it. So, let's definitely try and hit Scoper here. We got a critical there. Almost knocked him out. But thankfully, because of the thing with the partial cover, we always break through that. So, no matter what, he's not going to be able to, hide from us. So not bad. Definitely not bad. Rabbid Luigi can make his way through here. Almost. But the thing is what's hiding for us on the other side, really? Scoper, the Stooges... Nothing can really go into that pipe, I think. I think they're just out of range, I think. Yep, you're definitely out of range. But this guy maybe not. Oh no, yep, they're both out of range. We're completely safe to move wherever we want right now. Okay, good. So Rabbid Luigi, you're gonna stay right there, buddy. I'll be honest there, you're probably gonna like that more. And thankfully, none of these enemies have villain sights, so we're perfectly safe to do whatever we want. So that definitely is good for us. I do say, it looks like we're definitely gonna have to send Edge and maybe Rabbid Luigi first. But I feel like we can maybe kind of help Rabbid Peach out here a little bit. Not a lot, but it's still something, because, Rabbid Peach can make her way over here. It's not, like, the best case scenario, because it's very little movement once we go through the pipe. But if we can get rid of all the enemies, then it's a different situation. For sure. Definitely for sure. But let's get everyone over there first. Because all the enemies currently on map are, sitting here at the current moment. So it's probably best to make sure we start dealing with them. Definitely go for a dash on you, though. That's for sure. I'm curious about something. If I hit you from, this angle, do we bounce off of you in a way that I want this to work? Maybe. I'm curious. If I make our way, kind of right behind him, like this, I think I might be able to bounce it Well, no, but it's not the worst thing. Definitely hitting both of them is not bad. I'll definitely go for it. Then what we could do for... Well, maybe not yet. I don't want to do that yet. I want to make sure we do what we need to do first. Make sure we get the dashes into this guy, because he's lower on HP. So we want to make sure he's done for before he decides to try anything. Because let's be honest here, Scoper is the one that's more than likely going to try and survive here the most at the current moment. Other than that, we could definitely go for the Ooze now, I think. I think Ooze is definitely worth going for. And then I think from there, honestly, I think we can easily start dealing with the rest of these enemies here safely, without having to worry about what we want to do next. Because I feel like what we've done so far is pretty good. And we might be able to, if I do this right, get rid of both of you, which is definitely worth going for. So both those Sea Stooges down, no bouncing, which is good, especially on this map, because this map does not look like one that you want to be bounced around like a maniac on, to be completely fair. And because we're not 100% sure if we're going to knock this guy out, let's just go for the fire effect to make sure we pyroblast him in the next week. He might run into me though, but I don't think so, based on how he's running right now. He's running in circles, so we're completely safe, it looked like. Honestly, from here, I kind of want to turn invisible. Also, we're oozed. Not sure how I feel about that one, but we will turn invisible to try it out. Okay, here we go. We got some purple teleporters now, and we know how these work now, because these will actually spawn the enemies 100%, and we can't stop them. So we just kind of need to sit back and relax and watch the magic go, I think. That's kind of how this is going to go for sure. We can sit right next to it, actually, and then set up the Stormblade, because they can't see us, based on how the game explains it. So as long as we stay here and watch and wait while they decide to spawn, we should be perfectly fine. And then for the most part, I think we just go to anywhere that we feel safe-ish, and we just see what the things decide to spawn on top of us. Because I'm really not... Well, Sea Stooge. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. Oh, you can dash. Okay then. Well, we get to see the bounces in action now. But it only spawns one enemy, though. Okay. Well, I was expecting more than one. But here we go. Here's the other enemies. Because we needed two more. They're spawning now. So they gave us a couple little bit of, like, breathing, like, turns to kind of figure out what they wanted to do. But not bad. Definitely could have been worse, for sure. We did take a little bit of a bounce damage, but it wasn't the worst case scenario, for sure. That's for sure. It wasn't the worst thing. Could have been much worse, for sure. But I'm gonna say let's get into safety for the most part now, I think. I think it's probably safe to assume that we want to make our way back a little bit. Because we might want the Sea Stooges to make their way over here. Because right now we're kind of safe, for the most part. I think what we could do is maybe make our way like right here-ish, and then just wait for the enemies to make their way over. And then I think we can also go for a heal here, because we should have enough turns for our cooldown to come back. So might as well make sure we're nice and healed. And now we just wait and see what the enemies do. Because right now, those Sea Stooges I'm not really worried about. I'm more worried about what we want to do with these guys at the current moment. Because once they spawn... Oh! What the? Oh, okay, well that just happened. The guy just got pushed out of bounds. What? Wait, what? I didn't think that was a thing, but okay then. The poor guy got flung completely out of the map. Huh. Okay then. Weird. Very, very weird. But, interesting. Very, very interesting, in fact. But since we have a freebie right now, you know what? We might as well just make sure we do a couple free hits on you. And then these guys, I'm kind of wondering what they're planning. Because they're not making their way over here, so they're not coming over here, which is a little odd. You'd think they would, but they really don't want to do so. Which I'm kind of surprised about. Because right now we're completely safe. The only thing is, well, the enemies that want to spawn out of these portals are kind of iffy with what they want to actually do to us. But for the most part, I think we just end turn and see if these sea stooges actually want to make their way over here. Because at the current moment, they're kind of scared of us, which I'm kind of surprised about. Because they're staying quite far away, and they can't really hit us from that angle. Well, we did get hit there, but that may actually work in our favor. I'm not too sure, though. But there is quite a lot of them on the other side of the map now, to be completely fair. So it's not definitely, not the best thing. But let's see here, what's Edge's current movement? Right there-ish. Okay, well we want to definitely move like right there, which will give us free movement into that. And then I say we probably go turbocharge, because I think what we're going to do now is set up the Electro Dash, because I feel like we're definitely ready to go for it. Because honestly, for the most part, I think we're fully capable of dealing with any enemies on the other side of the map now. So just need to make sure that we're in range of the pipe as well as dashing into him. Well, we didn't get to dash into him, but we can make our way over here. So hopefully we are in range of at least dashing into this stooge. Which we are. Good. Perfect. That's exactly what I like to see. So definitely give her to you. That's a freebie. And I think we make our way back, since now we have the increased movement with the Electro Dash. So we should be able to slowly but surely dash right into you and knock you completely out. Making this mission done and over with. Gotta love that Electro Dash on Edge just in general. That does so much to help us. And I honestly really, really like it. Also, Rabbid Luigi's actually making, a good effort for the most part. We didn't get to really use him in the original for Kingdom Battle. So actually getting to use him is actually really nice, because we didn't get to do much with him before. So I'm actually really happy to, finally get to sit back and actually use Rabbid Luigi in the way we've been doing. Also, there's a thing in the wall here, and yep, that's definitely the Tiny Dancer thing. But it looks like it's another spark thing, and it looks like we need 14 of 19. Okay then. Well, we definitely have enough for that Goomba one, but I think we definitely, we could probably make our way over there right now if we really wanted to, but I kind of want to save it for another episode to do the Goomba, just to be completely honest. But what's going on with this thing over here? Just because we got some more murals, and like we had with Augie, those were pretty interesting, but this one's about Orion, it looks like.
Orion made a daring escape from Cursa, yet even at a risk of capture, he made sure to pay his harbor fees beforehand.
Okay then. Looks like he ran away from some other place though, based on how that looks. Like he was the only person that escaped wherever he came from. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. What's going on with this one?
He is the master navigator, holding his map upside down, while trying to find a rest stop with a bathroom.
And then we get to see a little bit of the Rabbids traffic sign, little asteroid things that we saw on the outside. And a little McDonald's, kind of Ronald McDonald Rabbid going on over there. Pretty interesting. We got a sea stooge over there, as well as a memory. Thing is the fact that sea stooges aren't a mission we're really, we don't have a quest for them. So I'm trying to think of how we get over there without, getting seen immediately. Maybe an option. I might have an idea. But I feel like it's definitely going to be something along the lines of this. Like that. And I think we might be able to kind of cheese this out a little bit, just so we don't get trapped into a fight there. Because, they give us the option. Might as well take it. I won't do that too often, but I did want to try it there, just so we don't have to fight the Sea Stooge. Because I only really wanted to grab that memory there. So let's see here. Captain Orion. We met a curious figure in Captain Orion, the de facto warden of Pristine Peaks. After he crash-landed there in his ship, this fisherman of the cosmos, who lived a life of quiet solitude, was overcome with worry over someone who he recently rescued, who wandered off inside the Winter Palace. How do bioforms create attachments so quickly? It seems as much of a curse as a blessing? Good question. Also, I'm kind of curious who he saved and who we're really looking for as well, to be completely honest there too. And obviously we'll find out very soon, after, we decently make our way into this palace. I'm still not sure if that ghost-like thing is what we're looking for, though. That's the real thing that I'm not too sure about. But we're definitely making way into another room, though. Not really sure what this room is, though, to be completely honest.
This must be the ballroom. Imagine all the lively waltzes, polka, and foxtrots that took place in here.
Probably a decent amount.
Oh, yeah. Well, pretty crazy.
That's the first time we've had Rabbid Peach say something in a while.
Of course, no ballroom is complete without an elaborate-looking mechanism to the upper floor like so.
Okay then. Makes sense.
Divas often lock themselves behind doors like these, so ballroom architects devised ways to unlock them using switches.
Okay. So we got ourselves some kind of puzzle, kind of like the Augie one, in a way, when it came to Professor Backpack in the previous, in the Sunshine Shrine, kind of like, but this one seems like it's tied to the main mission. Okay then.
There's 2 other doors as well. Let's find out where they lead. Maybe we'll find a book on ballroom etiquette.
Maybe. But activate the first statue. We'll take a look at the murals, and then I think we'll end off today's episode, I think.
Orion faced a comet eater and lived, but asked to hear the story, and all you'll get is grumbling about fuel cost and wholesale prices on celestial fish.
That definitely looks pretty terrifying. I hope we don't have to fight one of those things. Actually, wait a minute. The tentacles look familiar. Is that the thing coming out of the, tuna fish can looking thing where the rabbit is being thrown around by that octopus looking creature? Is that what that is? Because, that rabbit probably wants to escape here anytime soon, if that's what's literally hiding behind that, because that tentacle looks very familiar. What's going on with this one?
Orion ran out of fuel and called his insurance company for deep space gondola assistance. That stuff pays for itself.
Definitely seems that way. But poor Orion definitely doesn't like the idea of spending money based on what it sounded like, based on the fact that he was worrying about his fuel cost here. But definitely interesting, though. So this is the ballroom of the Winter Palace. Pretty nice little room. Definitely quite frozen, that's for sure. But it fits, It is a winter palace after all. But interesting, though. But this is where we're definitely going to be ending off today's episode. So, with that being said, thank y'all for watching today's episode. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys. In the next episode, we will be continuing our journey inside the Winter Palace. We may do a couple more side quests to, if we do them early, we don't have to do, a bunch of episodes that are side quest only, is what I'm trying to say. So making sure we do a little bit of side quests and then a little bit of main story will make it so we can, cut a big chunk of the side quest out, so we're not, just focusing on the side quest, because I feel like we'll definitely be focusing on side quests if we lead them. So, honestly, I think that's probably going to be our plan. We may try and see what's going on with that giant Goomba. I don't know if we're the right level, though, because I think it was level 17, I think. I don't really remember. I remember it being quite high when we were over there, because I'm pretty sure it showed the level for it. But, with that being said, thank y'all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.